Eko kuchhuichilchilta khaitin polokoil. Kindle to wait. Alikan moot. Tartam nimchilka khai shitmala. Moot fala. Vikanian wa khai kaha kapchutel. Akan aksen hasteminum. How do you guys feel? You're not sleeping? And then you're not steeping?
Stupid.
That's the world we live in. Too fast. So this boy here that's sitting there, when I was that age, my daddy would throw me in the water, make me swim, make me run, make me work the land. That's what needs to happen to this young fella. He looks handsome, right? 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 We need to help him be better than we were. We all need to contribute to our young people. We need to help them out. And we need to do it without shaming them. Right? We need to help one another, help him so he can help all the rest of us pitiful people. So that we can be strong together again. I'm so glad that Allah can school and qil chunur a quilted me for non consent. Enjoy can let cəqcəqalxqn. Enjoy squeezed eight lane qaqna. Only in tupa. Cəqcəqalxqn. Sima squeezed Francois Tomoike. Francois Tomoike need Katlamilus. She's from Arrow Lakes. And that chief brought her over to my Tupa's house and said, "You're taking care of this land. I'm gonna send my daughter to you so that you can have grandchildren that will always remember their language. Language is valuable, beyond words. Beyond words, language is not inventable. It's not a letter on the board. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. And I come to understand this. That's why, like my brother, like my partner, my steep, and I sobered up so I can at least try to be the best that I can, do the best that I can, and keep our children awake. Wake up our children. Let our children know that they belong, right? They belong. We'd be lost without them. And they tried that. They throwed us all into those places. They tried to take an qilqchen from us. Did they do it? Not a chance. They can try. But all we have to say is, ay, 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 This is what makes our world. Believe it or not, just what it is, but what it does for us. We're the only created thing in this world of ours, from the South American soil all the way to the snow-capped mountains in the north, from the west shores all the way to the east shores. We're the only kind of created being that doesn't practice the law. We have a tendency to bend it to do what we want. We're the only thing that invents things. And if we follow the law, our children will follow the law. And if we follow the law, we're following Kul and Chutin. If we follow Kul and Chutin, we're following Tamich. And Tamich was the land. How do you feel when you have some food in your belly? How do you feel? Darn good, and I'm grateful for those cooks. I wish I had a bigger bowl. We'd like to thank your cooks for cooking for us. And you who brought us here to share these things. God, just love you girls. Holy, you make me want to be single again. If I didn't really love my wife. But that's the life we live. We have to remember our fun needs to be our children's fun, and it needs to make sense. It is beyond Facebook. It is beyond, well, I really like watching and WeTube. I gotta say that, by God. And WeTube got a lot of information. Oh my God. And some of it can be TMI. But I just love what you two do. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to share a space with my two relatives, all my relations. And remembering when I was their little boy, they didn't tell me, they just said, if you sit here and if you listen, things will make sense. Whether you know it now or not, it'll make sense later. So I sat there many nights with my old timers. You listen to them tell stories about the land, the things, everything that they talked about. And I love them for it. God, I miss my daddy. I miss my mommy, but that's life. He's what he did from the beginning of time. Couldn't shoot me, the ugly one. They had a discussion. And what came out of that discussion is TV, the radio, the record player. But that's a chapter for another day. All righty, you guys will come back for that? And that's where we come from, what my baby was asking about creation story. Everything about us has to do with that. Everything about who we are has to do with that. enjoy what we enjoy. But remember that just like when we went through the things that we went through, we watched somebody else and did the things that we shouldn't have been doing. But we woke up. We woke up. I'm glad I did. Glad I was able to do that. And stand here and share with you thoughts and feelings. I don't know if they're words of wisdom, but I'm doing my best to turn them that way. But I got nothing, just you folks. And back home, my wife was going to come with me, come down here and bump my kids off of the driver's seat. But our baby girl come and visited. So she said, babe, I'm staying home. So she's at home. And the first thing that they went to do, paint their fingernails. Do some girly things. And I couldn't be a part of that because I'm not a girl. So my kids, my girl, my boy, brought me down here. Because after I got sick, I can't drive too well at night. So I'm really proud of you too. And I'm telling these people how proud I am of you too. We should tell our children that out loud. Without question, I'm so proud of my babies. Because of this one, I can eat chochlusa at our sneekwam. Because of this one, we can eat crisp at our sneekwam. I love them so much. So much. That you folks need to hear how I adore those two. Just like this young fella, we need to show him how much we adore him, how much we admire him. By golly, you're right, Stephen. This does get a little bit warm on the caboose. See, now he's awake. He woke up. That's căqcăqalxqn right there in front of us. Watch them. Look after them. They'll pay attention. Ignore them and they'll fall asleep. It's okay if they sleep. We're now at that age. We don't have any more wood piles, right, Stephen?
No.
We don't have no more wood piles, so my folks would tell us, go outside, glishap, kamishap, khas normin, take it, kwal, isnaqshi. Build them fires. Look after your relatives. Make sure the house is warm for them. Those of us who come from that time, this man, Stu, seen part of that. That's why he's here today. My sister seen part of that. That's why she's here today. That's what we're hoping to show the rest of you. How valuable it is to be ourselves. How valuable it is to be a human being. And even better if you can stand on your own 2 feet and walk forward. So in the morning, now that the land has got a blanket on it, Remind this boy to go outside and wash his face. Whoever his parents are. Whoever his parents are. They need to make sure that he wakes up when the land has got sneaked on it. Go wash his face. And they're not going to be mean to you, young fellow. Okay? Okay? Just know that, my baby boy. They're not going to be mean to you. Look at how handsome me and Stephen is. You want to be handsome, right? You bet. We need to help him. Mommy, that's what we can offer you to your child, your boy. I'm not bossing you around. You love what you do. He needs to know how to carry that on. And the shoe. Shoe was so awesome. Awesome. When it started because when we started, we come from shoe. Shoe. And where that, they call it embryo. It looks exactly the same as the universe. Full, round, and alive. That's how important she was. It started. Can't even see it. And it turned into you, turned into all of us. That's how powerful God's law is. And to understand the way that it is. We come from seed. That's why when we go sneak one, we don't drink water till midnight. Because after midnight, we take a drink of water. That's when the fun begins. And now we go to sleep. When we'll go home at midnight. Oh, they're missing out. These are the teachings of our people. So young fella, what they're going to ask you to do is going to benefit us. Okay? They're not going to be mean to you, but you have to listen. You've got two things that outnumber the world of you, and one thing that can make a mistake. Right? Right? So I shared that little bit with you and your boy. Because my golly, you two, I'm glad you are who you are. Help us be who we are. And because of you, I can sleep in till 10 o'clock. It was worthwhile getting here tonight. Good. Because I don't want to tell you guys anything that doesn't make sense. Not here to blab on, bore you. We need to know these things. help one another get there. Be the people we are. Sure, we're going to stumble and fall. Don't let the little stuff overwhelm you. Don't let the little stuff get in the way. Because sooner than later, sooner or later, we all have to deal with the big stuff. That's the law of life. So don't let little petty things get in your way. You've been married now for over 30 years. And I've never argued with my wife. And she's done this a few times. She has a right to. It's because of her and all my female relatives that I even have a life, that I even exist. Who am I to argue with that beauty? Who am I to challenge that gorgeousness? I just smile and say, roll over and hit me again. Like she says, go ahead, Ike, put some stank on it. This is our life. This is our world. Make good use of it, because we don't have it for very long. That was the law when Priest took his cow and cut himself open, took it off, walked around again. People, you can do that. But we changed that. That got changed. Those are chapdicks you probably never heard, right? You bet. That's for another night. These are stories of why we live the life that we do. Why? Contributed to our existence in a good way. There's so many stories bouncing around in my head, I don't know which one to grab. Like a fish, slip and take off, slip and take off. Because I'm so glad I lived with old timers. And I remember chopping wood over at Gibson's place, because that was what we did. So we provide you with this information. We give you this love, give you this teachings. Share this with you, because we got it. We understand now. We didn't when we were younger, but we do now. We don't want you boys and girls to go down that path. Listen, like my brother said, listen to your people, but they have to be kind about it. We have to be kind about that. We can't demand you understand, you know. There's a lot of information, but if you're kind-hearted and speak like a grandma, speak like a grandpa, then we'll understand. They got soft voices. The rest of us, we're still cowboys. but they're more valuable to us than we can know. And I'm so proud to stand here with my relatives here. The blessing of our people, the language of our land, the laws of our animals, the teachings that has to deal with our life. So if there's anything that I said that offended you, you'll get over it. No, I'm not. I miss my family. Glad to come here and share these things with all of you. Do our best to get here in a good way. Do our best to head home. Because we got work to do back home. And it's always a standing invitation to this man, this woman, and your children and your family. Come share with us. We're going to dance in February. We're going to move forward in February. Sing our songs that come from our land. And I'd really like to thank my nephew, cəqcəqalxqn, for looking after me when I come down here. You do a good job, cəqcəqalxqn. You bet. Love you lots. James, I don't know you, but you're an awesome man. You bet.